Happy Friday, WrestleRanters, and welcome to WrestleRant edition number 33. I'm your host, Bleacher Report featured columnist Level 2, Graham GSM Matthews, here today to discuss a lot of things going on in the world of wrestling this week. Just from TNA Against All Odds to Monday Night Raw to the exclusive breaking news injury of Randy Orton, also affecting my prediction for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Sunday night. Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There is a lot of stuff to talk about on this week's WrestleRant. And now I did discuss last week on WrestleRant that I will not be updating each and every week, not as frequently as I have in the past, but I thought this was just an immediate and crucial addition to add this week because I just have a shitload of stuff to talk about, and I am really excited to start talking about it. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing my jacket while in my house filming this episode, for one thing, no, it is not because my heater is broken. It is actually because, ironically enough, hell has finally frozen over, and I am talking about in the form of TNA Against All Odds 2012. Now, the pay-per-view this past Sunday night presented by TNA Wrestling was probably the best TNA pay-per-view I have seen since I started watching TNA Wrestling in August 2008. I think this is probably one of the biggest steps forward TNA has taken since this whole repackaging of their product and Wrestling Matters and all that good stuff. So let me just take off my jacket real quick. I might freeze, but, hell has officially frozen over with TNA finally being watchable again. So, let's get right down to it. I was watching live this Sunday for TNA Against All Odds 2012. Before I get started, my thoughts and prayers go out to the injured Jesse Sorensen, who was injured in the opening match of the pay-per-view in his match against Zema Ion in the number one contenders match of the X Division Championship. I have read up on the reports regarding Jesse Sorensen, and he should be out up to a year, I believe, something along those lines, because he did break his neck, the C1 vertebrae in the top portion of his back. So my thoughts and prayers go out to Jesse Sorensen, hopefully for a speedy recovery. Now, as for the rest of the show, everything was perfectly booked, and I mean everything. Gail Kim, who hasn't won a clean match in TNA since she got here, successfully defended her Knockouts Championship against Tara clean. She defeated Tara clean. Yeah, sure, Tara had an injury or whatever in storyline, but Gail Kim defeated her clean. That was something I love to see. Another intriguing match on this card was Kazarian versus AJ Styles. Damn, I cannot tell you how much I loved Fortune, how much I love seeing AJ Styles and Kazarian on my television each week on Impact Wrestling. They just make the show for me, and I absolutely love this feud between them. Especially adding in the fact that Daniels is holding something over Kazarian in their feud, and that is causing Kazarian to turn his back on AJ Styles. They had an excellent 15-minute match, so I love that. And Kazarian actually got the upset victory, so that was quite surprising as well. Gunner went against my beliefs and actually defeated Garrett Bischoff clean as well. That was something that was quite shocking, and as much as I hate Garrett Bischoff, the match was decent. I mean, it was a little lackluster, but then again, Garrett isn't an actual wrestler per se. So I just kind of let that one slide. And then as for the main event, it was overbooked. Creatively, it's always overbooked. Not much you can do. It's Bobby Roode. Sting ended up hitting Jeff Hardy with the belt. Bobby Roode retained. That was something I loved. Bobby Roode has held the championship since November. He is one of the best champions TNA has had in years, personally. In my personal opinion, I love Bobby Roode. He makes an excellent heel, even though he does cheat all the time, whatever. But it's setting up Bobby Roode versus James Storm for the championship at Lockdown, so I cannot wait for that by any means. I love that match, and I also love Bobby Roode versus Sting at Victory Road. Now everything is making sense. Also things making sense. We finally have Matt Morgan and Crimson feuding, and it seems that way. Because now that we have new World Tag Team Champions, Samoa Joe and Magnus. I love Magnus. He's been building his way up the card. He's a huge breakout star in TNA, and he definitely has potential to become something huge in TNA one day as maybe an X Division champion, a world champion. But right now, working back in the tag team division with Samoa Joe is an absolutely perfect idea. They make great tag team champions. They have great chemistry now that I think about it. And as for the match of the night, Austin Aries versus Alex Shelley, hands down. They had the best and most entertaining X Division match I have ever seen since I started watching TNA Wrestling. They kicked out of each other's finishers. It went on for more than 10 minutes, which is something actually kind of rare. They weren't the opening match. Just everything I loved about this. And adding to the fact that Austin Aries has held the championship since September. And if he lost the championship to Alex Shelley on Sunday, he would not have beaten Chris Sabin's record for one of the longest reigning X Division champions in TNA history. So that is something I really found interesting. So I love that. This pay-per-view was definitely a step forward. I wrote an article about it on Bleacher Report on Monday. That's how much I loved it. Everything about this pay-per-view was just phenomenal. I loved it, and I am watching TNA Wrestling every week because I'm actually interested in the product for the first time in a long, long time. So now moving on to WWE Monday Night Raw. I don't want to go into in detail of everything, as you know, because you guys can just check out my reviews on nextwrestling.weebly.com for all my thoughts, as well as spoilers. Which, by the way, spoilers has not been airing live this week or last week. We've had some personal conflicts that we've had with stuff going on, so we haven't been able to film it. But hopefully we will be back up tonight or Saturday or something. I'm really excited to get back on spoilers and start talking with Ben Gartland again about everything wrestling. So now back on to Raw. The only main storyline coming out of this was Eve cheating on Zack Ryder to kiss John Cena. Now, this wasn't an awesome storyline by any means. I am personally not intrigued by the John Cena-Kane angle thing going on, because I don't think John Cena is ever going to turn heel, especially anytime soon, especially with his match with The Rock coming up. But turning Eve heel is something that I definitely found interesting. I was shocked to see that Eve kissed John Cena on purpose as well. So, I mean, I don't see Eve turning immediately. I don't see Eve turning heel immediately. But maybe down the line, maybe in the near future, hopefully, because she would make a good heel. Maybe the next Lita, per se. You know, who knows. But it definitely heats up the feud. And maybe it makes Zack Ryder more serious. And what can you say? You have to feel bad for Zack Ryder. Poor Zack was trending on Twitter, apparently, during the show. So, I mean, you have to feel sympathy for Zack Ryder. So he can't turn heel. Maybe he will. Who knows? But at least he's getting more serious side of his character. And with Eve's boobs hanging out the entire time, she looked like a complete slut walking out to go look at Zack Ryder and aid him later in the night, even though she just made out with John Cena backstage. So it's like high school drama during Monday Night Raw. I love it. So also another huge breaking news story. We had Randy Orton get injured on Tuesday night. Funny story about that, too. I was going to post an article about that on Bleacher Report. And when I published it, I found out that someone else already published an article about it, and I had to race and rush to delete mine just to make sure I didn't get any, zero reads or negative feedback or anything like that. But on the injury, Randy Orton apparently, I don't know what injury he received. They said on WWE.com that he received a concussion from Daniel Bryan's World Heavyweight Championship belt after D-Bry attacked him on Monday Night Raw. But obviously that's not what happened in real life. I don't know what he's actually injured for, but he's not going to be participating in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. Orton is out. Santino is in. Bullshit move. Bullshit move. Christian should be in the Elimination Chamber. Maybe Mark Henry, even though he's not 100%, but definitely Christian. If not him, then Del Rio, who should return as well. So, with that being said, Orton, he was my odds-on pick to win the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. So this is kind of moving into my Elimination Chamber pay-per-view predictions, by the way, which I hopefully will be not buying the pay-per-view this Sunday, but watching it live at Buffalo Wild Wings in a town near me. So really looking forward to seeing that, especially since I have school break next week. So I am really highly anticipating that. So Randy Orton was my odds-on favorite to become World Heavyweight Champion at Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but it doesn't look that way since he won't be competing. So my new favorite is obviously Daniel Bryan for that match. I'm not looking forward to that match anymore. We have Khali in there, who I hate. I hate Santino with all my guts. Hopefully Christian replaces him, but who knows? Hopefully Christian makes a return, much like he did last year during the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. We have Big Show in there, who can hardly wrestle. Hopefully Daniel Bryan makes him tap out. And then Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes are excellent as well, so hopefully they can carry the match. Him, D-Bryan, Rhodes. Just all those three guys just need to carry this match, because it's going to be a complete train wreck if they don't. As for the Raw Elimination Chamber, for the Raw Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship, I see Chris Jericho winning the WWE Championship since he is a sixth entrant. He's got all the momentum in the world. Either him or CM Punk. Miz has been buried into the ground the last couple of weeks. R-Truth is just simply comedy. Dolph Ziggler has lost a lot of momentum over the last couple of weeks after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And who else is in it? Kofi Kingston. He isn't going to win. It's Kofi Kingston we're talking about here, so that's a no-go. But as for everyone else, I'm really looking forward to this match. This definitely has the potential to be the match of the night with all these superstars involved. And I see Jericho winning the championship, going on to WrestleMania 28 as the defending champion against the best in the world, CM Punk. So I'm really looking forward to that. John Cena versus Kane ambulance match. not looking forward to this match. Their match at Royal Rumble was definitely sloppy for my taste. I did not really like that feud whatsoever, but hopefully this is a blow-off, and it looks like it will be, especially since Cena Rock at Mania is coming up. So I see John Cena winning this match. Obviously, he needs the momentum going into WrestleMania 28, since he hasn't got momentum on pay-per-views in Survivor Series, and even then he was rock bottom by The Rock immediately afterwards. So he needs this momentum. I don't see Eve turning on John Cena. I don't see Zack Ryder turning on John Cena, or neither of them joining Kane or John Cena turning heel. Nothing along those lines. Nobody's turning. At least just not yet. Maybe down the line, but we'll see. So definitely John Cena is going to win the ambulance match this Sunday. And as for the just recently added Divas Championship match, definitely Beth Phoenix is going to be winning that one. I like Tamina. She's okay. She has definitely interested me in the last couple of weeks. She is receiving a push as Tamina Snuka, now using her real last name just to get a push as the second or third generation superstar, whatever it is. But these two divas can definitely have a good match. They definitely have chemistry together, so I'm really looking forward to this match. One of the best divas matches probably in the last couple of months. But the main point of this is that it's a filler feud going into WrestleMania when Karma takes on Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship. Hashtag book it. I am loving that match. Cannot wait for Karma to come back, dominate Beth Phoenix's ass, and take the Divas Championship at WrestleMania. I love it. So those are my Elimination Chamber pay-per-view predictions. The show itself just does not intrigue me, but I am just going to go watch it for free at a local bar just because I can, because school breaks next week. So I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully it does surprise me much like it did last year. But anything else? I already addressed spoilers. You guys already know that I was kicked off EGW a number of weeks ago, but that is all in the past now. I am now writing for a website called Podswoggle. Excellent site. I wrote an article for them this past Monday night for a Valentine's Day article. I also am back on Twitter if you guys want to tweet at me at @save_us_GSM. I've been off Twitter for the past 7 days, but now I am finally back, so that you guys can tweet at me during pay-per-view or anything. And I'd also like to thank all of you guys that read my Bleacher Report stuff, Graham GSM Matthews on Bleacher Report. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for reading my stuff. I just recently hit 900,000 article reads over my 2-year span with Bleacher Report. So I'm really excited about that. So hopefully we can hit 1 million by the next month or two. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much. I highly appreciate all of you guys reading my stuff and checking out my videos and listening to the podcast and all that great stuff. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an excellent week. Enjoy Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I am certainly excited. I am in a great mood. I hope you guys are in a great mood as well. With next week being my winter break, I am really looking forward to getting the time off to write some more stuff. This past week has been hectic and hell for me, just with all these tests and shit going on here in high school. So I am glad I'm finally getting a week off just to relax and just do everything that I wanted to do over the past couple of weeks, including playing some WWE 12, which I haven't played in a couple of weeks as well. So hopefully you guys can check out my website, nextwrestling.weebly.com, for all the WWE TNA rumors, recaps, and more. And as I said before, spoilers will be coming back hopefully tonight, tomorrow, or sometime next week with me and Ben Gartland voicing our opinions on pro wrestling. So that about does it for this week's edition of WrestleRant, edition number 33. I hope you guys just check out my Twitter page. Fan questions coming up. Make sure you send me those fan questions. I am more than happy to answer any questions you guys have for me. Wrestling related, anything. Regarding anything, I will answer it live here on WrestleRant. So just tweet me those questions, and I will definitely get back to you guys here on the next WrestleRant, edition number 34. I'm not sure when it's going to be. Maybe it's sometime next week. Maybe it's in 2 months. Who knows? The future will tell, and time will tell. Hopefully you guys have an amazing weekend, an amazing week coming up. And this is GSM signing out. Until next time, guys.